Yeah, no, this is wild. So massive protests have been taking place today all over America right now, and we're talking about thousands of people showing up, being organized to show up at the same time, chant the same things. But it's all coming out, and it's actually worse than you can possibly imagine. In fact, there's footage and videos coming out of Laura Loomer exposing this. Now, Laura Loomer, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not the biggest fan of her. I'm not, but she is unbelievably really good at what she does, and she has the receipts. And I'm gonna show you that in just 1 second. Make sure to smash the like button. This guy apparently did an investigation, and because Elon Musk had said that all these people are paid protesters, the people protesting Trump, the people protesting Donald Trump. Now, what exactly are they even protesting? They're protesting government fraud, uncoverings. What are they protesting? I have no idea. But this guy decided to do an investigation on it. Before we go to Laura Loomer, she just uncovered something even crazier. This guy went, and here's what he found. It's all coming out, and it's crazy.
This past weekend, I went undercover as a Democrat voter to a Tesla protest here in Atlanta, Georgia. I wanted to go undercover to better understand, first of all, why they're protesting, but also I wanted to find out, are they actually being paid to protest? I just wanted to investigate this claim of Elon Musk that they are literally paid protesters. So first of all, here's the demographic of the people at the protest. The majority of the people that I saw there were white boomers. And the boomers would sometimes even have their parents there with them. The women had really nice name brand bags and purses, and the husbands looked like
White boomers, rich white boomers. Somebody said this earlier, and I'm just gonna put this out there. Somebody's always on my YouTube saying the real white supremacists are the old white liberals. They want the system to not break, and if Trump breaks the system, they're they're the real white supremacists. Those are the people that are like majority, like they're the ones protesting. Because if jobs start to come back to America, there's no more sweatshops around the world, right? Where those kids and basically slave labor just goes away because we're bringing manufacturing back to America. They're the ones importing immigrants to work those jobs for $2 an hour, $3 an hour. Like they're the ones doing it. They're the ones pushing for this. They're the ones that are mad the most. Now, this is what he had uncovered in this to see if Elon Musk was telling the truth about the fact that most of these protesters are just paid for. And again, I just showed you today, because tariffs went into effect, they're all out there right now. But there's more.
they were just dragged out there. I'm telling you guys this because this doesn't fit the demographic of people who are paid to protest. And this also kind of debunks the left's claim that these are disenfranchised MAGA voters. All of these people voted for Kamala. But that doesn't mean that George Soros didn't fund this and didn't organize this with his money. So the people protesting may not be actually paid, but the people who organized the protest are, and I'm going to show you guys how. This right here is one of those paid organizers, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how she gets paid. Remember last year with the college encampments, how certain George Soros-tied organizations received endless amount of money from George Soros so they can disperse it to organizers? And those organizers were getting paid upwards of $7,800 just to protest for 8 hours a week. Well, the exact same thing is happening here. Here are 5 radical leftist groups protesting Elon Musk, one of which received $7.6 million, none other than from George Soros. And one of those groups, known as Invisible Project, received that $7.6 million from George Soros to do exactly what you guys are seeing, to boycott and to protest anything related to President Trump. So it's very safe to say that the people protesting are probably not getting paid, but the organizers, they're getting a nice paycheck. So Elon, you're right in a sense. These people aren't paid protesters, but the people organizing this definitely are.
Yeah. Oh no, that video. Yeah, that video is crazy. 7,800. Yeah, protesters against Elon Musk, Doge, and Donald Trump are paid 7,800 for 8 hours for organizing protests per week. And yeah, so here's here's an exclusive from, of course, Laura Loomer that I told you guys I will show you, because this one is absolutely wild. Just like I said, it's all just coming out day by day. You just have to pay attention to these things. You know, what's the narrative out there? What's actually going on? So she says, exclusive. I have exclusively confirmed that one of the buses used today to bus Muslim and radical leftist protesters into Washington D.C. To protest Trump, and it's called Summer Bus Tour Inc. See the video below. The registered agent for the bus is Chinese. China. The bus is registered out of Massachusetts, and the Chinese registered agent's name is, I'm not even gonna dox his name on here because I don't know what could happen to me. But there you go. That's the name that she found on this, apparently. And it appears that Chinese individuals and radical Muslims are now working together to march in support of Hamas and Antifa onto the Capitol. America's under attack. This is what she says, allegedly. And yeah, so she posted this basically because I'm wondering what's going on with all these like protesters. They're coming out of nowhere. She found the bus. She does this real investigative journalism. This is the company information. She found all the information from the bus that dropped off the protest. Now, the bus was found outside, and she posted another video. She says, exclusive video, sleeping on the job. Loomer Uncensored caught one of the bust in protesters. So they're busting these protesters in, which is something that we've kind of been seeing for a while now. Like, all these protesters show up with the same signs. They show up at the same time saying the same thing. And so she says she caught one of the bust-in protesters who was bussed into Washington, D.C. For the anti-Trump protest today, which, again, were all over the country, sleeping in the luggage compartment, which is just wild, of the bus with a sign that says, Nazis are back, stand up and fight back. Again, this is, the bus that came in there. And that's what she found. Here's the video. Here's the video. Yeah, so the guy was like sleeping on the bus. You see the operator bus. And this is the bus that brought in all the protesters. They come out and they just all of a sudden just start protesting. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah. And I gotta say, man, she's finding all these people, man. She's finding all these people. Here's a part of the protest. This is Maxwell Frost. He's a Democrat representative. Again, the paid protesters come in, they surround him, and then he starts to say stuff like this.
We're all closer to being on the streets than having a bank account that looks like his. How do you think he got to where he's at? I had people who come up to me and say, Maxwell, why would they be stealing? Elon Musk is already the richest person in the world. He has enough money. The question is, how do you think he became the richest person in the world? And we're all—
Yeah, so basically he's out there telling people that Elon Musk is only rich because he steals from you. He steals from Americans and people all around the world. This guy was, again, the left's hero by going green, right? He made Tesla vehicles for less air pollution, for polluting the air. He made SpaceX the same reason. Like, this guy has made his innovations really surround or are for saving the planet, and that's why they loved him in the first place. But all of a sudden they just hate him, and of course, it's whatever. I don't even trust Elon Musk 100%. I think he's a transhumanist. I think there's a lot of things that I don't like about him. But man, we're just going to sit up there and just lie to make people mad and make people do things. And again, you wonder why these things are happening. Why, just the other day, Officer Tatum, he was having conversations at a college, at a university, and they just came and started to basically fight him and took his tent and just became real violent with him at the event. Violence is on the rise on the left, not on the right. And for years, growing up, I was taught that those were the people, the Trump supporters or the people on the right wingers. Those are the ones that will go after you and be violent. But I've noticed, man, it's real. It's aside from like Palestine protests and all that, Americans as a whole, white liberal boomers, something's going on there, and it's being exposed, and it's all coming out. And in my opinion, it's actually worse than we could really imagine, because I think they're really fighting for their lives to save whatever system is being exposed What is that system? Right? What is that system that they're fighting so hard to keep? It's weird. It's weird that way. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, busting people being paid $7,800 a week come out. Many of you guys probably already know this information, but I make these videos because I really think it's important just to talk about, what's going on the left, what's going on the right, as a whole. I think it's important, in my opinion, at least for this channel. So that's my information. That's what I got for you guys today. I'll see you guys in the next one.